this was this kind of mythic figure that my father grew up with, passed on to me. Now my son knows about Netaji. And so Ashish, when we start, and I'll start with you, when we start talking about Netaji, the mystery and the mystery surrounding his death, it's the person also which lends to this mystery. You know, he escaped house arrest. The British put out rumors about his death. I don't think any other leader, however great they were, has this mystic, and perhaps that is why this mystery has persisted for 70 years, close to 70 years?
More than 70.
More than 70.
Yes, it's actually nearly 73 years,
73 years.
since the unfortunate incident at Taipei on the 18th of August 1945. But the mystique that you refer to really began from his childhood, because as a child, well, in his teenage days, he left home for several months and disappeared in search of a guru, and then returned a few months later, and people were bewildered as to where he had gone. So it really began at that age. Then, of course, there was the dramatic escape from house arrest. He, dressed, indeed disguised as a Pathan, left Calcutta, hiding in a car, in the back of a car, and then reappearing a few months later in Berlin. Another incident has caused what I describe as a problem, which is this, that in 1942, the British put out a story to say that he had died in a plane crash in Tokyo. Now, this was incorrect information because he was sitting in Berlin at the time. So,
and the next day he sent out a broadcast, didn't he?
Indeed, he did a broadcast. As a matter of fact, Gandhiji sent a message to Netaji's mother, consoling her on his unfortunate end. But the fact is, he was sitting in Berlin, and he did a broadcast from there the next day just to reassure people that he's very much alive and kicking. And so from there stems a suspicion that when the actual story of what happened in 1945 came out, people were suspicious, saying that, this must be one more story. And the other impression was that Subhas has this great gift of escaping. In fact, the British or the Americans were after him, and so he has possibly set this up, this plane crash, and slipped away into the Soviet Union. So that was really it. And so, to answer your question, yes, a series of incidents in his life have caused this mystique.